Propagation Paradise Hotel. It's the new game from, let me see if I'm getting this right, Wanna Dev Studios, or maybe Wanna Dev Studios. Now, before this, the only game I'd played from them was Ragnarok. That was that Viking rhythm rock drum game that came out on the Quest last year. That game was great, but jumping to a zombie game, I didn't know what to expect. Paradise Hotel, that's what we'll call it for short. This game runs about 3 to 4 hours, but don't let that playtime discourage you. This is an intense 3 to 4 hours. Personally, I couldn't even handle more than 30 minutes at a time. There's a very basic story about a lone survivor, and she's trying to find her sister, who's apparently alive, somewhere in this hotel of the damned. I played a lot of horror games in my years of gaming, and this is the first game I played that fills that Resident Evil 7 void on the Quest. Actually, strike that. Even more fitting, the original Resident Evil. This is the first game that feels like that. And not just because the hotel reminds me of the mansion or the police station from those original games, but because mechanically and through immaculate game polish, the atmosphere here does all the heavy lifting. This isn't just one of the scariest games I played in VR. It's one of the most intense games I've ever played. But hold on, let's slow down. You've probably seen all the videos showing how scary Paradise Hotel is. And it is. It's really intense. I want to focus on the mechanics and presentation. I think that's the real star. Like the opening menu screen, it's super polished. You're already thrown right into the world. The settings, all bases covered. You've got seated, check. Standing, check. Snap turn, check. Snap turn degrees, check. Teleport locomotion, check. Smooth locomotion, check. These are things you expect in VR games at this point. But no, not every game launches with the full suite of options. I can't count how many recent games I've had to go into the system settings to adjust for sitting and standing. This is a good start. Interaction also gets big props. You see an item, like these letters here, and you can magnetically pull it with either hand. Clearly, visible lines of a visual indicator tells you which hand is pulling and what is the focus. It also has a generous range for seated or standing players too. Stuff like this actually matters, but let's keep it moving. In the tutorial, you get a gun. The gun handling is great. It's snappy with great impact physics. See how it hits these pans? Also, look, I'm not one of those guys that needs simulated gun handling in every single game. This game strikes a great balance. A button unloads the clip, quick release, boom. Quick magnetic grab of ammo, push it in, boom. Hit a button, slide the mechanism. The gun is loaded, super quick. You're always back in the game. And it feels like that sort of thinking, getting the player back into the experience as quickly as possible, is what guided almost all of the design choices here, and it's great. Early on, you get an easy to use pouch for the smart inventory system. Things snap into place and they're easy to find at your waist. And this is what I mean by smart. You get a flashlight because this game is hella dark. You're always on the hunt for batteries because that weak light doesn't last more than a few minutes. And bullets. You need bullets. Reach into your pouch blindly, and depending on what you're holding in hand, you'll always pull out the correct accessory for that item. I've actually never seen that in the game before. So if you're holding the gun, reach down and you'll automatically have the bullets you need. You just load them in. Need health? No need to open the inventory menu, just have the antiseptic spray in your hand, and when you dig, you'll automatically pull out the health refills you've been collecting. Same thing with the flashlight. You get batteries. And there's always a display on the pouch to let you know how much of an item you have left. You only really need to pull out the bag to grab mission-related items, like keys to open doors, a screwdriver to open ventilation shafts, or key cards to swipe into secured areas. And as the story goes, you just learn how to shoot anyway. So forget feeling empowered. Paradise Hotel makes it clear that you are underpowered, and you always feel it. That's what keeps the fear up. I mean, look at this guy. This is the guy who gave you your gun and who was supposed to be your companion early in the game, but nah, he dead. He's got no legs. Yeah, that's what you're in for. The sound design is insane. There's always some kind of cracking or distant moaning in the background. Doors creak as they close on their own, slowly, right after you enter the room. It plays with your head, and zombies react to noises. Did that door make too much noise? Is something waiting for you beyond this door? The game teases you. Zombies can attack at any time. Every corpse you pass could reanimate at any point. And you know this because the game tells you that these zombies cannot die. They're bullet sponges. shoot them in the head, it doesn't matter. Bullets put them down for a while, and they always come back when you don't expect it. Now, normally, I would consider that a cheap gameplay tactic, but I don't know, it just works here. It's really scary. You never feel safe. See this hallway? All these dead corpses around? You might walk back and forth 50 times, but you know in the back of your mind, and the developers know, that all of these could come back at any time. There are dead husks everywhere in this hotel. And to make matters worse, early on, the game shows you that there's a lot worse than zombies in here. So going down dark hallways so carefully, opening doors, praying that a room has no surprises, that's the game. It's a lot. It's just too much. It's freaky. And thankfully, just like Resident Evil, you've got save rooms, safe spots free from monsters, where you just save your progress and chill out for a second, relax, catch your breath. The game is deliberate in forcing you to play at its pace. You're always making choices like, do I keep my light on but risk the batteries running out sooner? Do I attach the light to my chest, which is great design by the way, leaving my free hand open but lose precise control where I need it? Do I risk putting my gun away to use this mission item? You're always juggling what to keep in your hand and what to keep in inventory. Lose the light, but use health. And the monsters are always lurking, they're always present. It's crazy. Propagation Paradise Hotel promises so much more after that first hour, and I am ready for it. The art team puts in work, doing the work of telling what life was like during this apocalypse with letters and excellent visual background details. It's gory and horrific, and you're always wondering what horrible fate happened to the rest of the hotel staff and the guests. But that's what this game does. It's always filling you with dread, either by what you see around you or what you're being forced to do. And from that trailer, what the heck is this thing? I didn't see that yet, and I'm not trying to run into it. These are my first take impressions. Tell me what you think in the comments. But I can already tell you, this is a go. Just go get it. And after you buy it and try it, let me know. I'll see you guys in the future. Show out.